Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. If you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. I'ma stand up for mine. You better believe it, cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. You see the devil in a glance, boy. Shotgun knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, a little one-off special before night 4 of the Speed Week. It is time for the Slinging Dirt Weekly Esports, the Ultimate Dirt Slingers 358 Modifieds, live tonight from the virtual Lanier National Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the corners. We get set for stop number 1 of 2. Here on Ultimate Dirt TV, again, like I said, the first one up is the Ultimate Dirt Slingers 358 Modifieds. We can confirm that it is $120 to win in a 75-lap main event. Second will grab themselves $85. Third will grab themselves $60. $50 for fourth place, and rounding out your top 5 will grab $30. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 will all get $10 back, and tonight's hard charger will also receive $10. Night number 4 of the Speed Week, the WWILA Speed Week. After this one, of course, at around 10 p.m. Eastern, it's time for the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Wing Sprint Cars. Lanier Motorsports Park, 60-odd drivers set to tackle the tight little bull rings of Lanier. But before we get there, we've got qualifying on the program, and we've got some drivers out there. In fact, we've got one driver out there at the moment, that is Austin Trombley. Austin Trombley trying to chase down Clifford Driscoll with a 13.909. A 13.909 as Trombley goes a 14.003. A 14.003 on lap number 1. Lap number 2 going to be slower, 14.283. He will be our 43rd car to lay down a lap time. And well, we only have one other driver who is yet to lay down a time, and that is Mark Benston in the car 37. But there it is, your top 24 drivers that are going to lock themselves into qualifying. And again, we're just shy of a minute left in the qualifying session. The track has been reset to, I believe, about 10%. Once we get to the warm-up, the track will then get reset again. So a couple of different track preps tonight in preparation for our 75-lap main event. Of course, heat racing action as well will take place. There'll be 10 laps in distance. We'll take the top 3 from those heats. And speaking of heat races, well, they're about to come up right now because heat number 1 getting set to take to the racetrack. Qualifying up now. Qualifying results coming up now on your screen. And we need to go back a page. There we go. Clifford Driscoll. We'll see 5 heat races. Clifford Driscoll, Brandon Weatherford, Keith Hackney, Drew Hopkins, and Jesse Enterkin will start on pole of your respective heat races. Rod Tucker, Joey Franks, Greg Wood, Eric Palmer, and Justin Clark will start on the outside of the front row. Heat race number 1, it's time for Clifford Driscoll in the car number 63. He'll start on pole. Rod Tucker in the 1 will start position number 2. Position number 3 is going to be James Boniface. He's outside. Jamie Massey lines up out of position number 4. Josh Fuller roll off out of position 5. Nathan Weatherby position number 6. Dal Murray will start position 7. Hunter Heck lines up out of position number 8. And Zach Loomis rolling off in the 9th and final position. So heat number 1. 5 heat races on the program. Set for a start off turn number 4. Green flag is out. And we are on the way. Tucker and Driscoll. Tucker getting the early advantage down into turn number 1 and 2. Driscoll rides in second. Massey in the 3rd spot at the moment. Now look at Boniface trying to work to his inside down into turn number 1 and 2. Your leader is Rod Tucker out in front at the moment. 10 laps to distance. Heat race number 1, Tucker continues to lead Driscoll. Everybody working down low to the bottom side, down into turn number 1 and 2. Top 3 going straight through to the main event. Everybody else to the consolation races. A D, C, and a B right now. It is still Rod Tucker. You're watching James Massey for number 2. Should be right in that 3rd final transfer spot. Meanwhile, here comes Clifford Driscoll closing in on the race leader of Rod Tucker down into turn number 3 and 4. All over the rear. rear nerve bar and the rear bumper of that number 12 machine. But Tucker doing a nice job out in front, just keeping the car glued to the bottom side. This time by will be halfway home, 5 down, 5 down as they make their off for 10 to the 4. Tucker, Driscoll, Massey, your top 3. You go back to Boniface, Heck rounding out your top 5, Fuller, Weatherby, Murray and Loomis rounding out your field. Here comes Massey, Massey into the back of Driscoll on the exit of turn number 2. And that gives Boniface an opportunity right now to maybe sneak into that third and final transfer position. But meanwhile, Driscoll starts to move up to the racetrack to the middle side into turn number 1 and 2. You race off for 2 for the leaders down the range straight away. Tucker on the inside, Driscoll on the outside. Driscoll sweeps around the outside. He'll reclaim the number 1 position, but for how long? Because here comes the slider by Rod Tucker. Driscoll turns back to the inside. Massey! Oh, look out, Massey's just saving it there. But then 3 big elementary down into turn number 3 and 4. Man, oh man, this is on like Donkey Kong at the moment. Tucker and Driscoll out in front. Tucker continues to lead. Massey in third. Boniface fourth, and Hunter Heck rounds out to top 5, and we are yellow. First time tonight. Boy, oh boy, heat number 1. The 358 modified putting on a show. If that is a sign of things to come, giddy up, Cowboys, strap yourselves in. Take a look at the ultimate dirt TV instant replay, 3 wide in front of Nicholas Weatherby. Just missing the contact there, so we'll rewind that just a little bit. You see the 12 car. Josh Fuller in the 12, he scored as the 15 machine. Got caught up there with Hunter Heck and James Boniface, and unfortunately, that will bring out the caution flag for the first time tonight. But boy, oh boy, how about the battle between Tucker and Driscoll? And then, of course, you go back to Massey, Boniface, Heck. They were 2 and 3 wide in heat race number 1. Don't forget, we've still got another 4 heats to come up after this one. And Justin Clark will start. All right, lights and the paint tractor's in. Green flag is back out. Tucker with an extended green-white checker here in heat race number 1. Tucker will get the jump down through turn number 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Driscoll and Massey into turn 3 and 4. Massey tries to slide up. Driscoll back to the outside. Keep an eye on James Boniface in the 213 machine again. The first man on the outside looking in. He'll now look down low, but Massey and Driscoll, they come together. Look out into turn number 3 and 4. Second flag at the ready. Rod Tucker going to win. Calamity off turn number 4. Second go to Driscoll. And James Boniface going to sneak up into position number 3. Wow-wee. Heat number 1, turning it on here at Lanier National Speedway. Man, what a way to open up for the Slinging Dirt Weekly Esports Series, the Ultimate Dirt Slingers. 358 modified. Strap yourselves in, folks. We're in for a wild one. Heat number 1 results coming up on your screen. Rod Tucker, Clifford Driscoll, and James Boniface, the top 3 drivers that will transfer to your main event. Massey, Fuller, Weatherby, Murray, Heck, and Loomis, the 9 drivers. Just check out your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid, Pete race number 2. Had to change some camera angles, but there we go. Front row going to be Brandon Weatherford and Joey Frakes, positions 1 and 2. Gunnar Swanchara, position 3. Kendrick Chapman, position number 4. Kyle Rachinsky out of position number 5. Chris Sleep, position number 6. Nicholas Weatherby lines up, position 7. Colin Hoffner out of position number 8. And Michael Wilson out of position number 9. Heat number 2. Lining up behind your iRacing.com official page truck. And again, we're set for a start. This time by Weatherford in the blackjack. Caliber 99 machine. Frakes on the outside. Green flag is out. 10 laps of this. 10 points again. Top 3. Track is already starting to slick off. We'll see a lot of drivers work above the slick. Weatherford continues to lead down into turn number 3 and 4. Swanchara in the black and purple. Entry up on the inside. Battling side by side with Joey Freights in the 12. Freights just slips back to position number 3. Swanchara moves up to position 2, and here comes Carl Raczynski in the number 17. Machine Raczynski trying to regroup into turn number 3 and 4. Lap number 2 is in the books. 2 down, 8 to run here at Lanier National Speedway for Ultimate Dirt Slingers. 358 modifieds, the Slinging Dirt Weekly Esports event. $120 to tonight's main event winner after 75 laps. Raczynski, Nicholas Weatherby, they'll battle it out for 4th and 5th. That's a better starting spot in the B main. Again, you finish 4th in heat race number 2. He'll start on the outside of the B main. Top 3 just working away from the rest of the field. Weatherford, Swanchara and Freights 1, 2 and 3 down into turn number 3 and 4. Cross flag sticks around. 5 down and 5 to run. Top 5 getting paid. 6 for the 10th will get $10 back along with tonight's hard charge as well. They'll earn themselves $10. So if you can make it into the top 3 directly into a transfer position, you can set your eyes on the money for the latter half of the evening. And 2 broadcasts here on Ultimate Dirt TV. This is stop number 1 before we head to the final night of the night number 4 of the WWILA Speed Week. Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Sprint Cars at Livelo. Meanwhile, here at Lanier, Weatherford, Brandon Weatherford in car number 99 continues to lead with just 2 to run. Popsicle sticks are out the blackjack. Swanchara riding in 2nd position. 3rd again goes to Joey Freights. Carl Raczynski closes in on Joey Freights for that 3rd and final transfer position, but time might be running out for Carl Raczynski in the 17. Meanwhile, the white flag is out. 1 to run for your race leader, Brandon Weatherford. Down your back straight away for the final time. Hit race number 2. Everybody playing nice right now. Brandon Weatherford will make his way off turn number 4. He'll get the job done. 2nd another Swanchara. 3rd of the line is with Joey Freights, not by a whole lot of distance as well. He will get position number 3. He will get a transfer spot in tonight's main event. And everybody else, again, going to our B, C, and D mains. Heat number 2 results. Brandon Weatherford, Gunnar Swanchara, and Joey Freights confirmed your top 3. Carl Raczynski, Nicholas Weatherby, Kendrick Chapman, 4, 5, and 6. Colin Hoffner, Chris Sleep, and Michael List. The field separated by 5 seconds in heat number 2. Heat number 3, we move on to the mid-pack. It's going to be Keith Hackney who will start on pole. He's outside in car 78. That'll be Greg Wood. Sean Hayes going to roll off at a position number 3. Brendan Weeks of the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, car number 22, will start position number 4. Rolling off in the 5 position, the 5th starting spot inside row number 3. That'll be Danny Clark. He's outside. Drew Boniface lines up at a position number 2. Colton Skiles lines up at a position number 7. Thomas Capano lines up at a position number 8. And Parker Nichols lines up now in the 9th position. First time seeing a lot of these drivers here on Ultimate Dirt TV for myself. So working on green flag this time by. Set for a start, heat race number 3. Green flag, we are underway in heat number 3. It's going to be Keith Hackney, but we are immediately under the yellow flag conditions already. Maybe race control, I'm not happy with the start. Let's see if we can go back and take a good old Captain Cook at what had transpired. Maybe in the back there, that green car. 202 entry of Drew Boniface. We'll just wind the clock back and play it like a VCR, but here we go. This is the start, outside row 3. And just a little late back there right now. I believe that is going to be Thomas. That is Thomas Capano. And that number 6 is once again, resumption of heat race number 3. 4 laps in the book, so caution laps obviously counting here tonight. It's Hackney who leads Sean Hayes. Brennan Weeks, oh look out, there's contact and drama down into turns 3 and 4. Hackney continues to lead the way, but here comes Sean Hayes to the inside. He can't complete the pass off turn number 2. Now, meanwhile, Brennan Weeks in that 22 machine for Mid-South third. Slinger's entry. He'll look to the outside on Sean Hayes to battle for second and third right now. It's happening. Hayes looking to slide up, but no, he'll stay glued to the middle part of the racetrack. Won't slide up in front of Brennan Weeks. And now here comes Colton Skiles in that 36. But again, it's only the top 3 that will transfer into the main event directly from heat racing competition. Hayes the switch to the top side of the racetrack down into 3 and 4. Here comes Weeks down low. Weeks looking for second. Now might be under some pressure here from Skiles in the 36 machine. Colton looking for that final transfer position. Meanwhile, Sean Hayes is trying to get by Keith Hackney with just a lap and a quarter to run down into 3 and 4. White flag is out, 1 to run. Weeks now under some pressure. 3/8 to the mile left in heat number 3. Down the back straightaway, final time, the ultimate dirt slingers, 358 modifieds into 3 and 4, drifts up the racetrack. Keith Hackney will win, second will go to Hayes. Weeks going to hold on. 3. Fourth will go to Skiles, Capano in 5th, Wood, Clark and Boniface. Then we go back to Mickles in that 9th and final position on the racetrack. Let's take a look at heat race number 3 results for you up on your screen. Hackney, Hayes and Weeks confirmed your top 3. Everybody else to the B, C and D main later on tonight. Still plenty of racing to come. Heat race number 4. Drew Hopkins in the 157 for Drew Hopkins Racing will start on pole to his outside from PA. It'll be Eric Palmer lining up at a position number 2. Austin Trombley from Ohio will line up at a position number 3. Craig Laudermilch will line up at a position at number 4. Stephanie Twitchell lines up at a position number 5. Doug Lockwood out of position number 6. Jason Rominga will start 7 Pill Sleep out of position number 8. And Mark Benson, who I believe has not made the call just yet. I'm not sure if he will. I think that he might be in race control duties tonight. White out drive's been given the 1 green signal, this time by from Barney the RAC flagman. Hopkins and Palmer. Palmer in that 26 machine on the outside. Hopkins in that 157 for Drew Hopkins Racing. Waiting for the green flag to come out before the drivers can get on the loud pedal. Speaking of getting on the loud pedal, that's exactly what Drew Hopkins does. Eric Palmer hung back just a little bit. Now that'll move Trombley up into position number 2. Palmer gets into the back and they'll go 2 by 2. Down your back straightaway. Look at Twitchell in the 34 machine looking to move up to position number 2. Twitchell has it momentarily. Here comes Trombley back to the outside. Keep an eye on Palmer in the 26 machine as well. They race down into 1 and 2. Side by side for your final transfer position. The 26 up against the 34. The 26 of Palmer. Twitchell in that 34. Cut it down low. Give the spot to Eric Palmer in the 26. And now look at Austin Trombley in car number 3. You've got a car high, you've got a car low. 3 wide down the back straight away. Palmer moves into position number 2. Trombley gets a little looser. Now here comes Lockwood on the outside in that 08 machine. Lockwood now taking over the third and final transfer position. But Trombley says, no way. I'm going to race you for it down into turn number 3 and 4. Lockwood gets a little sideways. Trombley back to the inside of the line. It's going to be Doug Lockwood taking over that third spot on the racetrack. Meanwhile, Drew Hopkins, a former winner in the World Championship Late Model iRacing Series. He picked up a win, shocked the entire nation. Look out, Trombley got some problems. There might have been some contact with Twitchell in the 34 machine. The top 3 have really cleared away from 4th, 5th and 7th position. Meanwhile, Eric Palmer coming after Drew Hopkins. Hopkins has got his work cut out for him. Now Palmer looks down low down into turn number 3. Big slide job for the race lead. But Drew Hopkins knows how to go back underneath. Goes back into the race lead. Now slides to the middle to the cushion. Into turn number 1 and 2. Palmer again. Will he try that big slider? I know he'll go to the top side. Hopkins got to protect that slider down into turn number 3. 4 Popsicles sticks around. 2 to run. Heat race number 4. Your penultimate heat race of the night. 1 more heat to come after this one. Keep an eye on Doug Lockwood. Just lurking in the background right now is your top 3 on screen. Hopkins, Palmer and Lockwood. The race off turn number 4. The white flag is out. 1 to run. Hopkins, experience enough. He should be able to get the job done. He'll protect the bottom side down into turn number 3. Yes, he will. He'll have to ride into the slick. Let it drift up and grab the moisture on the exit of turn number 4. Drew Hopkins. Eric Palmer, a great job in 2nd position. Lockwood home in that 3rd and final position. Boy, oh boy, that was a well. These 4 heat races have been very, very entertaining. Let's take a look at those results for you right now. Coming up on your screen, Drew Hopkins confirmed winner, Eric Palmer and Doug Lockwood confirmed your top 3. Twitchell, Laudermilch, Trombley, Rominga, Sleep. Everybody seeing the preliminary main. Your final heat race of the night, and well, he's certainly going to hunt his way to the front. It'll be Jesse Entikin lines up on pole position. Justin Clark from Ohio will roll off on the outside of the front row. Michael Grennett will roll off out of position number 3. And Chris Damari lines up out of position number 4. Jeffrey Burns will start on the inside of row number 3, position number 5 to his outside. Dominic Everest starts position number 6. Position number 7 is going to be Mark Linton Jr. to his outside. It'll be Trevor Mattingly lining up out of position number 8. There's the 8 cars and stars for heat race number 5, and everybody wants this man to get the job done in the big setup. The hump the front, car number 1 machine. Justin Clark will look to take the win away from Jesse Entikin. Keep an eye on who's going to get the job done. This should be an entertaining battle. Here we go. Green flag is out for the 358 modified. Just 4 blocks here at Lanier National Speedway. Entikin will slide up. Look out, we've got a car around. We're about to go yellow. Chris Damari in car number 6. As there it is. Yellow flag is out. First time in heat number 5. Be able to go back and take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. So the 45 entry, and we'll get a name for you on that one. So there's Chris Damari, so the 45 behind him. Dominic Everest been scored as the 28. Unfortunately, just tags the back of Chris Damari. Damari goes around. And Damari goes, in fact, upside down. Back on. So very lucky for Chris Damari. So with the caution laps counting, Jesse Antican got to be licking his chops right now because he'll be able to control the restart. Antican, Clark, Granite and Burns, your top four. Mattingly and Linton, green flag is out. There we go. 4 in the books. 6 to run. Antican will use a big slider line down into 1 and 2. Clark rails the top side of the racetrack, as does Michael Granite in car number 12. Clark, well, he'll stay down low to the bottom side in turns 3 and 4. He'll move alongside Jesse Antican for the race lead, but unable to make the pass on the exit of turn number 4. Just continues to roll the bottom side, but Jesse Endigan, very, very experienced. He's certainly got a big setup underneath the hot rod of that number 1 machine. Looking to dig and take this number 1 machine to the 5th starting position in the main event here tonight. Again, 75 laps their journey. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Burns in car 86. He was all over the back of the 12 of Michael Granite down through 1 and 2. He'll now do the same in the turn number 3 and the 4. 3 laps left to run. Justin Clark going to slide up, but now here comes Michael Granite, car number 12, trying to look to the outside. Clark through the middle, sliding up, grabbing the moisture on the top side of the racetrack, below the darker stuff, below the chocolate. Here comes Granite down low on Justin Clark, and again, that'll open up the door for Jeffrey Burns in the 86, but what can Jeffrey Burns do with just 1 to run this time by? Will he start position 5 in the B main, or will he start position 15 in your main event? Meanwhile, Jesse Endigan out in front at the moment. Into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Beautiful sunset here on the exit of turn number 4. Jesse Endigan will win heat number 5. Justin Clark in second. Michael Granite home in position number 3. Jeffrey Burns 4. Then we go back to Mark Linton rounding out your top 5. No D main required, so we'll skip heat 6. We'll skip the D main and go straight into a C main, followed by a B main. But there it is, Jesse Endican, Justin Clark and Michael Granite. 4th and 5th, Burns and Linton, they'll find themselves in a B main. Mattingly, Damari and Everest will all find themselves locking horns in tonight's C main. Take a look at your ultimate dirt to be your starting grid. Here it is, your ultimate dirt TV starting grid for your C main. 12 laps of distance, top 4 going to transfer to the back of your B main. Trevor Mattingly and Dale Murray will make up row number 1. Colin Hoffner and Danny Clark in row number 2. Jason Ramingo and Chris Tamari lines up in positions 5 and 6. That is row 3. Hunter Heck will start up on the inside of Chris Sleep out of positions 7 and 8, row 4. Row 5 is Boniface, he's outside. Bill Sleep out of position number 10. Dominic Everest lines up out of position number 11. Zach Lewis lines up out of position number 12. Go back to the final couple of positions. Michael List out of position number 13. Parker Nichols out of position number 14. Mark Benston not making the call for a heat, a qualifying lap time, or a C main. Where it comes down to the nitty-gritty. This is where drivers start to get desperate. We start to eliminate drivers. 10 of these drivers that have made their way to the racetrack behind the racing.com paid vehicle. Only 4 of them out of the 14 will go through. It's time for 10 of them to pack it up and go home. Green flag is out. We are underway. Oh no! Calamity down into turn number 1 and 2. And it was the man of Dale Murray who started on the outside of the front row. Unfortunately for Dale Murray, it looks like the rear end is busted in that number 85 machine. Just got it up a little too high, and the right rear tagged the wall. The right front, sucked into the wall, and it got caught, and then he got caught from behind, and well, there goes the 85 entry, and again, the rear end busted on that race car, and unfortunately, a that will be his night done and dusted. So. Easy come, easy go for Dale Murray in caliber 85. Don't forget, we're live across Facebook and YouTube tonight, so if you haven't done so already, hit the like and follow button on the Facebook page. Don't forget to share it out. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, all free to watch. Closing in on 16,000 followers. The only channel I have anywhere near that number. Only one other channel that has over 10,000 followers, and the green flag flies. We're in the consolation race, or this is the C main. 3 wide for the transfer position. Man, oh man, robbing a Clark and Heck. Putting on a wall on the show. Boniface, now here he comes. Drew Boniface to the inside, slides up, and he's taking the smooth off the number 14 machine. Hunter Heck in car number 1, meanwhile with the challenge for the race. Here he comes, Colin Heck in the car number 87, down lane to 1. Drifts up. Mattingly turns it back underneath. The rub panels out of turn number 2 and bang wheels. Oh no! 1, 2, 3, 4 into the wall. Man, oh man. 2 cars upside down. One goes back on all fours. And Colin Hefner. You've got to feel for the bloke running in the transfer position. And now he is out of the event. You've really got to feel for some of these drivers. So easy to do. The drivers have come from the likes of the late model ranks or the UMP modified ranks. You've just got to give that extra bit of room on the outside because the tyres stick out on this. Unlike the late models, you've got a panel there to cover that right rear tyre. Checker here to wrap up tonight's C main. And again, top 4 going to the back of the main. Mattingly, Sleep, Clark, and Everest are those top 4 drivers momentarily. Oh, contact, there goes the 8 of Jensen Momia. Flipping wildly down into Federal 1 and 2, but the checkered flag is about to fly. Mattingly will win. Everest going to round out the 4th and final transfer position. So again, top 4 going to the back of the B main, which will be contested over 14 laps. And we'll take the top 9. So we'll wait for our C main results to come up onto the screen right now. And there they are. Trevor Mattingly, Chris Sleep, Danny Clark, and Dominic Everest going to the B. Everybody else, 5th on back. Well, thank you for coming. We hope you enjoyed the racing here. Time to take a look at the B main, your ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Jamie Massey and Carl Richards will make up row number 1. Row number 2 to be Colton Scars and Stephanie Putel. Row 3, Jeffrey Burns and Josh Fuller. Row 4, Nicholas Weatherby and Thomas Capano. Row 5, Craig Mortimer and Martin. Row 6 will be Nathan Weatherby and Kendrick Chapman. Row 7 will be Greg Wood and Austin Trombley. Row 8 and 9 will be your C main winner and transferees, Trevor Mattingly and Chris Sleep in row number 8. Danny Clark and Dominic Everett to wake up the final in this 8-car tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, 9 of these drivers will make tonight's money race and have a chance at pocketing a cool $120. They'll also have a chance to they get 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 to earn themselves $10 plus the hard charger of $10 as well. And money for second, third, fourth, and fifth. We'll go through that in just a few moments' time. We are green here at Lanier. 14 laps the distance. Massey and Raczynski did 3 wide for positions 5, 6, and 7. Make that 4 wide on turn number 4. Cole by it is on left. Dunkley Kong down into turn number 1 and 2. Once again, everybody hustling for positions, hustling for a spot inside the top 9 in a transfer position. They'll go top, they'll go bottom, they'll go through the middle, they'll go wherever the car is going to go, wherever nobody else is on the racetrack. And again, you need to be inside the top 9. You're not inside the top 9, it's time for you to try again next time. Meanwhile, Massey, Raczynski in the 2, Raczynski up on the top side of the racetrack, car number 17. Working down the back straight away. This will complete lap number 4, off turn number 4, this time by Styles in 36 machine. Again, these drivers were good in their heat, but they just weren't good enough to get a transfer directly into the show. Meanwhile, Capano working to the top side of the racetrack. Meanwhile, how about Trevor Mattingly right now? He is up to position number 7 in car 13. He'll work the bottom side. He comes from the 15th starting position, 3 wide down the back straightaway. Look out, there was some contact and they go 3 wide through turns 3 and 4 again, 2 by 2 down the front straightaway. Look out, we got a car into the wall. Oh, that is Thomas Capano. Tough break for Capano as the yellow flag comes out. Boy, oh boy. It is all happening here at Lanier. And again, we'll have a reset after this one as well. The track's going to get a nice little scratching. Just fighting for the same bit of real estate. And unfortunately, the New York native goes up on his side and back on all fours. There he goes. Gets it back going again. It's going to be a tough deal for the 6 to make his way back to the top 9. But how about Trevor Mattingly? Yeah. Just on the outside. No, in fact, well, just deciding on whether Race Control or iRacing are going to give him the spot. He is up to position 5, advancing 10 positions so far. Lights go out. Capano will get the honorary wave around from iRacing. The field will slow up. Massey and Raczynski, 10 down and 4 to run. Set for a start this time. Martin 34 on Twitchell on the outside of the second row. Just takes some of those mechanical issues. Tried to get them sorted, but we're back under the green flag here at the National Speedway. 2 by 2. The second through to about your 8th or 9th position. Meanwhile, Massey continues to lead the race down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Raczynski's Kyle's side by side. Raczynski in the 17 hasn't shown away from the top of the speedway, but again, everybody, again, they do the dance, top, bottom, and middle as we are yellow, and we are set for an extended green-white checker. So after your main event tonight, we'll take a quick trip out to the Lanier Motorsports Park. Night number 4 of the WWILA Speed Week. 410 wing sprint cars from Lanier. Looking forward to that one. Green flag is out. Jamie Massey going to lead us up to the 4. Green white checker upon us. And it's going to be the top 9 once again that'll make their way into the back of a 24-car field. Skiles, Raczynski side by side. Mattingly, Twitchell back there in 4th and 5th position. On grid, the white flag, 1 to run, 4 turns to go. 3 wide for 3rd, 4th and 5th. But meanwhile, Jamie Massey continuing to drive away from the rest of the competition. Checkered flag is out. Jamie Massey, look at him, 2 and 3 wide. Oh boy, this is going to be time for the final transfer positions. Man, oh man, Trevor Mattingly up 11 spots. Chris Sleep up 9 spots as well. Your B main results coming up on your screen. Wow. Massey, Skiles, Raczynski, Mattingly, Twitchell, your top 5. Burns, Sleep, Fuller, Nicholas, Weatherby, your top 9. What about the gap? 10th and 11th. Mark Whitney Jr. and Craig Laudermus, 1/1000th of a second. Take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt League. Come back and get the video this time you're watching. The Slinging Dirt Weekly Esports Series. It is the Ultimate Dirt Slingers 358 Modifieds here from Lanier National Speedway.
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to go trackside. Take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. And we'll go from the back to the front in tonight's Ultimate Dirt Slingers main event for 75 laps. Nicholas Weatherby will start on pole. He's outside, or to his inside. It'll be Josh Fuller, position number 23. Position number 22 will be Chris Sleep. Jeffrey Burns lines up at a position number 21. Stephanie Twitcher will line up at a position 20. Trevor Mattingly lining up at a position number 19. Kyle Raczynski will start position number 18. Colton Skiles lines up at a position 17. Jamie Massey, your B main winner, starts position 16. We move into the drivers transferring directly from the heats. Michael Grennett lines up position 15. Doug Lockwood at a position number 14. And Brennan Weeks at a position 13. Joey Franks on the outside of row 6, position number 12. Position 11 will be James Boniface. Justin Clark outside row 5, position number 10. On the inside, position number 9, it'll be Eric Palmer. Position number 8 will be Sean Hayes, and Gunnar Swanchara lines up at a position 7. Clifford Driscoll will start position number 6, and Jesse Enterkin in the hunt to front entry will start position number 5. The Drew Hopkins Racing 157 of Drew Hopkins will start position number 4. Keith Hackney in the 69 will start position number 3. Brandon Weatherford will start on the outside of the front row, position number 2. And Rod Tucker, ladies and gentlemen, will start on pole for tonight's 75-lap main event. We go live for 75 here at Lanier National Speedway down into turn number 1 and 2, and we are going to be under yellow very, very quickly. That might have been Gunnar Swanchara who would caught the inside wall there. We'll take a look at your ultimate dirt TV instant replay. In fact, it was Keith Hackney who originally caught the inside wall there, and that, well, when you've got a guy that starts position 3, just drives it into the concrete on the inside. Unfortunately, everything goes around, and we have a parking lot at the back, and Swanchara upside down. Now, that is a tough break for that driver. Green flag back out onto the racetrack here at Lanier. Oh man, it's getting very hairy in the first couple of turns. Gentlemen, come on. We are yet to complete more than half a lap. Everybody wants a piece of the prize. Swanchara's back on pit road. I believe Nicholas Weatherby found himself back in pit lane. Maybe Jeffrey Burns. There was one car upside down in turn number 1 and 2. So Drew Hopkins along with Jesse Enterkin running first and second. Apologies, I'll get that music taken off. Alright, here we go. Once again, we'll try this one for the third time. Second restart. Hopkins leads Enterkin. Clifford Driscoll, the 63. Keep an eye on Eric Palmer in the 26. Meanwhile, Justin Clark drives up. We've got a car nearly going up. A bicycling up in turn number 3 and 4. Enterkin and Driscoll side by side for second and third. And yellow on the racetrack. So a tough break for some of these drivers early on, and Well, these boys could be in for a very, very long night here at Lanier. Again, like I said, we do have one more broadcast after this one coming up at about 9:45 Eastern, and that'll be popping up on your screen right now. Night number 4 of the WWILA Speed Week. 3 nights so far, 3 different winners. Will night number 4 be any different? We'll have to find out. 4 10-wing sprint cars at Limerland. So Drew Hopkins going to lead us back to the green flag next time by. And still on the 2 to go signal. Hopefully the lights go out on the racing.com pace truck this time by. And a big thank you to World of Thunder Esports League, SRT Australia, Rocket Racing Setups, and Heatwave Designs. Check them out, heatwavedesigns.net. All your graphic needs on iRacing, plus much, much more. Good looking front row once again. Track is already showing a lot of wearness, or a lot of wear and tear from the bottom to the middle of the racetrack. It'll certainly get a lot worse as the night progresses on. As we are now 5 in the book with 70 to run. Drew Hopkins will lean down in the 1 and 2 and to get right to the top side. Driscoll working down to the bottom side. They'll race off into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Who's going to have it? Will be Enterkent, Driscoll, or Hopkins. Hopkins give the advantage in the number 1 position to him. Enterkent continues to ride up on the top side of the racetrack, above the slick, below the chocolate, upstairs. Now 3 wide for the race lead, down into turn number 3 and 4. Hopkins, he changed his line, and now here comes Driscoll. Driscoll continues to work low, just above the just below that slick, and trying to run just above the moisture that is downstairs. Right there, up on the top side of the racetrack for Drew Hopkins, trying to catch the cushion. He'll now again sail it off into turn number 3. Justin Clark, meanwhile, trying to throw the big Hail Mary there on Eric Palmer. Now we're starting to see a good run. How long will it last for? Well, let's hopefully it lasts for a little bit, but knowing that I've just said that, we might just see a yellow sometime in the near future. Meanwhile, Clark and Palmer, there they go. They come together. Meanwhile, Clifford Driscoll, your race leader off turn number 4. 10 down, 65 to run. Clark again, big slider and big move there. Big dive bomb on Eric Palmer. James Boniface moving up through the field. Trevor Mattingly in car 13 for the win in the C-Main, up to position number 7. He is a man on a mission. He has certainly passed the most cars at the moment. Now everybody, as they're starting to find their groove, your top 3 on screen. Driscoll, Hopkins, Entercom. When you go back to Justin Clark, look at Michael Brennan in the 12. That yellow and red, blue entry, 3 wide momentarily. Palmer, Boniface, and Mattingly. Mattingly, 3 wide, working the inside of the racetrack. Boniface shuts the door on the exit of turn number 4 right now. And now they're hustling down into 1 and 2. Meanwhile, challenge between Drew Hopkins and Jesse Enterkin. Enterkin throwing some sliders on Drew Hopkins now. Had to be careful, didn't want to get into the back of Clifford Driscoll, the race leader. Enterkin holds on to position number 2. He'll drift up the racetrack. Here comes Hopkins now to the inside, and now as these two battle, they bring a 3rd car into the mix. That is the 78 of Justin Clark, being scored as the 29. Opening up a half a second advantage right now over Jesse Enterkin and Drew Hopkins. We are yellow. And that was a good 11-12 lap stint there for the field. Boy, oh boy, doesn't Clifford Driscoll, doesn't he look just immaculate at the moment out in front. So we can go back and take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. We are looking at the 22 here of Brennan Weeks. Oh, Cassidy creep on the inside. Won't be his night done. He will go to pit road. Hopefully get some running repairs on that 22 entry. Lights are out. Driscoll and lead us back to the drop of the green flag. Picks up the pace. We're back underway. Driscoll, Enterkin, Clark upstairs now around the outside on Drew Hopkins. Hopkins again works down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Bottom facing the 213. That's the black green and white entry who runs at a top 5. Then you go back to Mattingly on the inside of Eric Palmer, who's worked on the outside. But how can you not take your eyes off this one down into turn number 3 and 4, sorry. Your battle for second and third is really starting to heat up. And we are under yellow once again. So next caution we are going to play a quick commercial. We're going to look at fixing one or two things up on the broadcast for you. So just sit tight on the next yellow. Hopefully it doesn't come anytime soon, but who knows what is going to happen. Lights are out. Field doubling up into rows of 2x2, the double conga line. Driscoll in the white number 63 again. Green flag is back out. Drew Hopkins in the orange and black 157. He'll look to the inside. He'll take a peek up under the skirt on the right left side there of Jesse Enterkin. They ride top and bottom. Only a couple of drivers trying to work the middle of the race. At the 3 wide deep in the field. Meanwhile, Jesse Enterkin, he slipped back to position 3. Drew Hopkins made his way to position number 2. Meanwhile, Justin Clark trying to find a way by Jesse Enterkin and or Drew Hopkins down through turn number 3 and 4. Enterkin starting to get a power move on the outside, and now here he comes. Sliding to the cushion, driving back down the racetrack on the exit of turn 4 was the 78 there of Justin Clark. He stays right above the slick the entire way round this 300-mile racetrack. There's Enterkin. Slots back into that second position, but how long for? Because, you know, Drew Hopkins is going to work to the inside, but Enterkin gets clear. Now Justin Clark looking to get by. Look at them 2x2 for the top 4 positions right now. Oh, look out. James Boniface just a little upset there by Colton Skulls, I believe, for positions number 6 and 7. But meanwhile, you race for the lead down into 3 and 4. 2x2 for the top 4 positions. Driscoll on the inside, the 63. Enterkin on the outside in the 1 machine. Justin Clark all over the back, and Drew Hopkins just slipped back a little bit. Where does Justin Clark go? Nowhere just at the moment. He'll continue to tuck in behind the 1. Hopefully that Enterkin doesn't make the mistake, and that those 2 drivers will be able to drive around the outside of the 63 of Clifford Driscoll. Driscoll, the only car inside the top 5, maybe top 7 drivers that is working a line that is not on the top side of the racetrack. He's doing a stellar job downstairs. Got that car glued to the bottom side of the racetrack. Meanwhile, Enterkin, here he comes through race leader out of turn number 4. He will lead lap number 26, and now Driscoll had to take it upon himself to slide up in front of the 78 of Justin Clark. But Justin Clark says, you know what? 2 can play that game. Comes across the sneak there of Driscoll. And that could have got real ugly there down through on the exit of turn number 4. Driscoll slides out. Clark once again driving down the racetrack on the exit of turn 2. Goes right through the slick. They both go right through the slick as Driscoll, look out, Justin Clark into the tree. He'll get the concrete to the right side of the road, and it's loving on the exit of turn number 4. And now Driscoll once again. While this is happening, 2 things are developing. Drew Hopkins catching up to second and third of Justin Clark and Clifford Driscoll. And the second thing that is happening while these 2 now make the 3 cars are battling They are starting to see the one disappear into the night time here at Lanier. Clark now gets 2, 3. Carling's clear of Driscoll, but Driscoll reels him back into turn number 3. The gap right now. 6/10 of a second lead for your race leader, Jesse Edson. In the hunt, the front number 1F machine. Top 5, Eric Palmer doing a fantastic job as well. Jamie Massey, the B-main winner, working up 7, 8 positions right now. Colton Skies in front of him, in fact on the outside in car 36, we are yellow. We're going to pay a quick commercial bill, stick around. While we do that, we're fixing something up on the broadcast. Alright, back live. Did not miss a single lap of the action in the feature event. And we've just again changed a few things on the broadcast. It should be a lot easier to see the drivers in the cars as the night time appears. What will be lap number 33 complete? Or we might even go back to go back to lap number 32 complete. We'll wait on timing and scoring. 32 in the books. Green flag back out. Jesse Entiken, here we go. We're back underway. We'll keep an eye on Justin Clark as well. He's been pretty quick in the first 30-odd laps of this main event, all over the back of Entiken. But now look at Driscoll. Works to the inside, down into 3 and 4 once again. Driscoll bringing that bottom side. Oh no, the 12 now. Michael Brennett. He was shot out of a cannon. There was some right side of romance in 3 and 4. Meanwhile, look at your top 4, nearly 5 on screen. Colton Skiles in at 36. He is up 12 positions. And again, $10 to the hard charger here tonight. Entiken stays low through turn number 1 and 2. Driscoll, Clark and Hopkins, they stay nose to tail formation on the top. Driscoll goes down low, down into 3 and 4, so maybe figuring the top out in 1 and 2 and the bottom in 3 and 4. Driscoll going to change lines down into 1 and 2. He'll go to the bottom, whereas Entiken stays on the top side of the racetrack, side by side for the race lead. Boy, oh boy, he's heating up. 39 laps to go this time by. Lap number 36 is complete. Man, what a race we've got for the number 1 and 2 positions at the moment. Clifford Driscoll. Well, that bottom side has come back in after getting... Oh, look out! Entiken gives him a shot in the rear. Entiken goes to the pits. And we are yellow. And Jesse Entiken must be filthy. As will be Clifford Driscoll. But I'll tell you who's not going to be filthy is that 78 machine of Justin Clark. Boy, oh boy. Drama. Really unfolding. Someone's got to give it up, boys. You've got to listen to iRacing. Oh, you know it is on when drivers do not want to give it up. But Driscoll, I believe he will have to give it up because although he was the one that got hit by Entiken there in the back, Justin Clark, I'm sure, was in front of him. Drew Hopkins done very, very well to not get involved in that one here, to take some evasive action. How about Jamie Massey? Take a look at that black and white number 2 on the outside of the orange and black 157 machine. Up 12 positions. At the moment, he is the hard charger. Team Packing now, he's made his way to position 5. The green flag is down. Lap number 37 in the books, 38 to run. So, as we've just crossed past half race distance, 3 wide. Clark, Hopkins, Hackney, now Massey throwing his hat in the mix, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th right now. All battling side by side as Justin Clark again continues to work the top side of the racetrack. Massey trying to go through the middle. Trying to bring in a couple of different variants of lines. Look at Palmer in the 26 machine sliding up in front of Colton Styles in that 36 entry. Meanwhile, a lot of the cars starting to work back to the bottom side of the racetrack. Justin Clark once again only driving inside the top 5, maybe top 10, who is continuing to pound the cushion and try to roll that top side of the racetrack. Certainly gaining some speed and momentum now on the top side. 40 down, 35 to run. Massey, Clark side by side. Give the spot to Jamie Massey in car number 2. Meanwhile, Drew Hopkins looking to close in over the race lead. Now looking again, half a second lead. 5, 6/10 of a second. Advance to the 63 of Drew Hopkins. Second spot, Hopkins. Third is Massey. Clark and Hackney battle side by side for 4th and 5th. James Boniface on the outside looking into the top 5. He is up 5 positions from 11th up to position number 6 in that 2:13 entry. So James Boniface having a good run. Styles back to 8th position. He's up 9 spots as well. Rod Tucker, he started on the pole of this main event. Has found himself back in 7th position. As again, everybody, we've already crossed half race distance. Everybody has found their groove on the bottom side of the racetrack. They're really starting to use up that bottom side. Although this track is pretty well worn right now. It's again not trying to spin the tires, trying to keep those wheels from spinning too much to where you'll lose grip. Again, here comes Massey all over the back of Drew Hopkins. 30 to run. 29 this time by, so we are now what would normally be a 30-lap main event. We are under that stage in the race right now. So this race, you can take it as a 2-part race as yellow comes out. So you can only use the first 40 laps as that race to quickly get to the front, but then you've got to make sure that you still got good enough equipment to be in the back half of this race, at least with about 15-20 to go. That's when you want to be good. And with 40, with what will be 47 complete, again it's just a short little sprint to the end. And hasn't Drew Hopkins, hasn't Clifford Driscoll really shown a mature drive here at Lanier? Can he hold on to a World of Outlaws iRacing Morton Building World Championship A main event winner in Drew Hopkins? Time will tell. There's Jamie Massey in that 2M machine. Does he have anything for these drivers? Again, this Jamie Massey with 2M at the start in the mid-pack in about position, I think it was 16 it was. It was in the 16th starting position. So the pace truck takes a left-hand turn. The pace pickens up. You see the rear end zipped up. It means these guys are on the gas and everybody fights for that bottom side down through turn number 1 and 2. 2 by 2 by 2. All the way through this field. Everybody now trying to, again, find their groove once again and make a move. Rod Tucker in the 12 entry, 3 wide on the top side of the racetrack. He had to try something different because he couldn't get down to the bottom side. Oh, look out, Rachinski in the 17 machine stage green. Yes, we do. No. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow flag, yellow flag. So once we go back to green, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be 2/3 of the race distance in the books. Will be 50 complete with 25 to run. Looking forward to seeing how this final third of this main event will play out, whether we'll see drivers try to utilise that top side. And one thing I just noticed as the yellow flag came out, I noticed your race leader Clifford Driscoll He went to the top in 3 and 4, stayed in the gas, although the yellow flag was out. Maybe just trying to get a gauge an idea on what kind of lap times he could do up on the top side of the racetrack in 3 and 4 and still stay low in 1 and 2. So just something that these race car drivers do. I mean, you can do it in any form of motorsport here on the iRacing.com service. And again, a big thanks to iRacing for giving us a wonderful platform to showcase these drivers and their talent, and giving us here at Ultimate 30 an opportunity to do what we love to do best. The green flag is back out. Hackney gave a shot in the shorts to the rear end of the 157 machine of Drew Hopkins, but again, it looked like it was no harm, no foul. Justin Clark on the inside there of Hackney, the 78 up against the 69. Hackney in the 69, Justin Clark in the 78 machine side by side in positions 4 and 5. Give the spot to Hackney. Now here comes the 213 of James Boniface looking to the outside on Justin Clark. Look out. Oh no. Hopkins, a little bit of a touchy-feely moment on Clifford Driscoll. Second time that's happened to Driscoll. You remember he got hit in the shorts there by Jesse Entigan. Meanwhile, Entigan is back in position 15, so still trying to race his way back up through the field. Half a car length separates. You race through the Clifford Driscoll. Drew Hopkins down through turn number 1 and 2, and now Jamie Massey from the 16th starting position after winning the B main up to position number 3 as the yellow comes out. Boy, oh boy. You'd be a little nervous right now if you're Clifford Driscoll. They say things come in threes. And for that 63, he's already been hit 2 times in turn number, or on the exit of turn number 4. Thankfully, he's been able to save it both times. Again, just sort of hard racing between obviously Entigan and Driscoll, which essentially put Entigan into the pit. And of course the hard racing just then between Hopkins and Driscoll. Same identical spot to what happened about 15 and 20 laps ago. Good news, you can see Jesse Entigan just 1 spot outside of a top 10 in position number 11 as the timing and scoring loop goes a little bit bonanza. We are looking at 21 laps to go. 54 in the books, and the green flag is out, and Clifford Driscoll once again gets a good hole shot. Meanwhile, Justin Clark trying to go to the top side though. 3 and 4 wide. We might have some drama in 1 and 2 for the moment. Whoa, no, there it is, yellow. Alright, here we go. The final 20 laps is upon us in the main event. And immediately, once again, we'll go back to the yellow flag conditions. And now this is where things will start to get a little more interesting, because drivers know that we are now just 20 short laps away, essentially 2 heat races away from one driver picking up a $120 payday. And again, just to go through the payout for tonight, $120 for first place, $85 for second place, $60 for third place. Fourth place will grab $50. If you finish fifth, you'll still earn $30. If you come 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, if you can't come 2 spots at once, you will get $10 back. And also the hard charger that passes the most cars in the main event from their original starting position will also pocket themselves $10. So as that stands at the moment, if you go look at Jamie Massey, who is running in third position, who we're watching now, if he was to say finish third, he would pick up $60. But not only that, because he has passed the most cars from his original starting position, he will pocket an extra $10, making it a potential $70 payday. He, however, can make it a potential $130 payday if he was to win the main event. There are still some other big movers in this field. Once the timing and scoring loop comes back to a sane level, we look at Kyle Rachinsky in 7th position. He is up 11 spots. Jeffrey Burns in 10th and Chris Sleep in 11th. Both of those drivers have also advanced 11 positions. So again, a lot on the line for the hard charger, albeit it might only be $10, but hey, that just might be $10 that you didn't have coming into the race tonight. 3 wide for 4, 5, 6, and 7. Meanwhile, Jamie Massey now, he got up underneath Drew Hopkins in that 157 machine. Man, oh man, did he make it work? And now he sets his sights on your race leader. Meanwhile, Justin Clark and Drew Hopkins are race side by side. Oh, Boniface gets in the back of Clark, and now that allows Hackney back up on the inside. We're looking on the next side of the couple of laps, 15 laps to run. Boniface to the outside, the 213 machine. Hackney in that 69. Look who is coming behind the green and white number 213. It's the 1F of Jesse Enterton now. He'll work to the middle of the speedway down through turn number 1 and 2. Everybody stays low. Enterton forced to go a different route here at Lanier National Speedway. 15 laps remaining, and Enterton again. Oh, look out! Jeffrey Burns into the side of him. They'll make contact in the turns 1 and 2, but again, they'll keep it going in the forward direction. Meanwhile, coming after your race leader, Justin Clark goes upstairs. Coming after your leader with what is now 13 to run. This time by across the stripe. You are looking at a quarter of a second. A little over 2, maybe 3/10 of a second down into turn number 1 and 2. Clifford Driscoll, Jamie Massey, Drew Hopkins running in third. 4th and 5th, Hackney on the bottom side. Justin Clark on the top side. We'll try and keep an eye on the gap between the race leaders, because we know it is not nice at all. Justin Clark slipping back outside of a top 5, and that is, well, that's an extra $20 there, because if you finish 5th, you get a pocket 30. If you finish 6th or 10th, you'll only get $10 back. This is where it is going to be won and run down into 3 and 4. 10 laps to go. We are exactly a heat race distance away, and Jamie Massey, as he closed in, man, oh, he's got to be gutted about that one, because they were pulling away from Drew Hopkins. But Jamie Massey, it took him about 3 to 5 laps to get back up to speed to get clear of Drew Hopkins, and he started to chase down Clifford Driscoll. And Driscoll just got lucky then with that yellow coming out. Oh, as we catch our breath, once again, lights are out. Driscoll and Massey Oh, what a good start by Jamie Massey in the 2M machine. Will he get to the race lead? No, Driscoll's going to have it. Half a car length in it right now, but don't count out Hackney or Drew Hopkins. They'll race side by side, wheel to wheel. On the exit of turn number 4 and again 3. Oh, look how Massey! He caught the right rear there of your race leader of Driscoll, and now he falls back to position number 4. As now we watch Hackney and Hopkins continue to work their magic in the turn number 3 and 4 side by side. That is exactly what Clifford Driscoll needed, because Jamie Massey was coming. And here he comes again, Massey on the inside of Hackney. He'll get to position number 3. Can he clear him? Hopkins maybe slowing up Massey there. Hopkins doing everything in his power to stay on the bottom side of the racetrack. Keep those wheels from spinning underneath him too much to where he'll lose traction. 6 to go. Everybody inside the top 7 array. Work on the inside of the racetrack. Jesse Entigan meanwhile up on the back of the 17 of Carl Brzezinski. Hackney makes a mistake as James Boniface now. He'll peek to the inside. Look to take away 4th position just as we come to 5 to go. The yellow flag is out, and that might just be a blessing in disguise for the 2M of Jamie Massey. He must be absolutely gutted making the contact there with Driscoll. And I don't think it was anybody's fault. I just think they were racing very, very hard to try and stick it down to the bottom side. $120 on the line to the winner. 85 for second, 60, 50, 30. And then 6 through the 10th will grab $10 plus the $10 hard charger as well. So it is coming down to this final couple of laps. You just know these drivers, they don't want to give an inch. You give some of these drivers an inch and they will take an absolute mile with them. Lights are out. Green flag set to fly once again. Pace truck is in. The palm is out from the barn of the racing flag and 5 laps left to run. $120 on the line. Four to go for your race leader of Clifford Driscoll. Hopkins all over the back of him. Now Hackney moves into position 3. Massey slips back to position 4, and I think that'll be the end for Jamie Massey. He'll have to consolidate a 4th place finish right now. I think that's the best that he'll be able to hang on to, so it might just be $50 for that driver. Uh-oh, yellow is out. Maybe we spoke too soon. And we are set for the green-white checker. And we are roughly 1 hour away from our next broadcast here on Ultimate Dirt to be night number 4 of the WWILA Speed Week. Visits Lima Lane Motorsports Park for the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. And then tomorrow night at 9 PM Eastern, the National Sim Racing Series 410s. I'm not sure where they're at. Let me have a gander and see where they're at. They will head to the Eldora Speedway, so plenty of action for these drivers. But right now we're focused on 358 modifieds for the Slinging Dirt Weekly Esports Series and the Ultimate Dirt Slingers. Uh-oh, we're back under yellow. And Justin Clark is at the back as well, so a little bit of R&D there for Driscoll. Again, just trying to maybe figure out what's up on the top side left, if there is anything left. I wonder what is going through the mind of that 63 driver right now as he sits 2 laps away from pocketing $120. And as it stands with a green-white checker, all he has to do is hold on for 2 laps. You put it this way, it's $60 a lap if you can lead that final lap. Or you could say that final lap is worth $120 for 3/8 of a mile to go through 4 turns here at Lanier National Speedway. So again, thank you all for tuning in here to Ultimate Dirt TV, the coverage of the Slinging Dirt Weekly Esports 358 Modified, again presented by Ultimate Dirt. Slingers here tonight. Green flag is back out onto the racetrack. Green white checker for the 63 of Clifford Driscoll. Back straight away, penultimate time into 3 and 4. The white flag will not fly. And third time, we're going to send this race into overtime. Alright, once again, a green-white checker to hopefully finish us up here at Lanier. Driscoll, Hopkins and Hackney are top 3, Massey and Boniface your top 5, and it's going to be Driscoll down into 3 and 4. If he greets the white flag, if the white flag comes out, there it is. We are now going to race to the start-finish line, and this lap is worth $120 down the back straightaway for the final time. Man, oh man, what a race from position number 6, ladies and gentlemen. He has done it. Clifford Driscoll will win the Ultimate Dirt Slingers 358 modified race here at Lanier, as the pyro, the fireworks go off in turns 3 and 4. And what a way to cap off a wonderful, wonderful spectacle here. We'll take a look at your feature race results popping up on your screen. Driscoll gets the win. Hopkins, Hackney your top 3. Massey, Boniface your top 5. Rachinsky, Entikin from the back to 7th. Mattingly, Tucker and Weeks your top 10. Then you go to Burns, Clark, Frakes, Weatherford, Fuller your top 15. Palmer, Sleep, Swanchara, Skiles, Hayes your top 20. Lockwood, Granite, Weatherby and Twitchell are rounding out this 24 car field. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the 358 modifieds wrapped up, and we'll have to go trackside in just a few moments time. We'll chat to our top 3, and in fact let's do that right now, because well, actually let's talk to the driver that comes home in first place here tonight and picking himself up $120. It's Clifford Driscoll. Clifford, buddy, congratulations on this win. Boy, those last couple of green-white checkers must have felt like an absolute eternity from the cockpit.
Oh yeah, man, they just seemed like they were taking forever, and every time we had a restart, it felt like the bottom was just getting slicker and slicker, so just trying to tiptoe around there and not make any mistakes.
There was a couple of moments in the race, same spot, different drivers behind you, but for the same position on the racetrack. You got a little hit there from Entikin, I think at around lap 30 odd, and then I think it was like about lap 50 odd. The same thing happened there with Drew. What was going through your mind when you got hit from behind by both of those guys, both those drivers?
Well, these cars have some pretty big bumpers, so it wasn't the end of the world, but it definitely got my attention, got me back up on the wheel, making sure I was focused on hitting my mark, so they wouldn't get another opportunity at it there. It was a good race overall, though. I mean, bumping's going to happen when you're 75 laps on something this slick.
Well, we'll go back to those last sort of 10 to 15 laps. Jamie Massey, who essentially come from the B main, got up to your outside there. It's a racing deal as you guys went into 1 and 2. Did you know that he'd come from that far back, and what was your plan to try and hold him off?
Honestly, no. I don't run a mirror, so I heard him coming, but I didn't think he was quite that close. So when we made contact, I wasn't prepared for that one, but seemed to work out pretty good there at the end. Even though it was slicked off, trying to hold those guys off was definitely a work in itself right there.
All right, buddy. Well, look, you pick yourself up a nice little $120 payday here for winning the 358 modifieds here at Lanier. Before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes the wheels turn on this 63 machine?
Well, first off, I got to thank my wife. She watches the kids while I'm up here doing this, so that's a big help. Got to thank Ken Skins Custom iRacing Paints. The guys over at Full Velocity Racing Network, they do a lot of our late model stuff. Dirt Slinging Outlaws League, JMP Home Inspections, Westside Signs, One Shot Scrap and Recycling, Sword Speed Shop, and iRacing iFlag make everything go around over here. Appreciate every one of them.
There we go, Clifford Driscoll there, your winner here tonight. Home in second spot tonight, and well, he threw everything, including the kitchen sink, at Drew Hopkins and co, but unfortunately just couldn't get the job done. The 157 of Drew Hopkins. Drew, congratulations on second, man. That boy, oh boy, that was a tough race, but man, you stayed top 3 all night. You got to be happy with the result.
Yeah, I got you now.
Man, that was a wild race. You did everything you could to try and get the lead, and in the end, second's going to have to do.
Yeah, it was a pretty much one lane there at the end of that race there. I didn't really want to push the issue. Clifford ran me clean the whole race, so there was really no reason to take him out there. He ran a really solid race, and we was battling kind of too wide, too deep right there towards the 15 laps ago with Keith and Jamie. Just want to give a thanks to them for running me clean too.
Well, it was always going to be tough, coming into the main event. So a lot of good cars up the front, a lot of good cars at the back. 75 laps. You guys had, I think, about a 3 or 4 minute warm-up session with a reset. What were you thinking the track was going to do late in this race?
I knew it would I figured the top would come in there like it did kind of early in the race. Then probably Lanier always goes back down to the bottom, so I knew it'd be down there. And I ain't really ran these cars much or been on iRacing much this week, so I got a few laps in today and I just kind of felt comfortable when the track got slick there at the end just to hit my mark every lap.
All right, buddy. Well, look, you come home second spot tonight, $85 for that second place finish here tonight. No doubt you've got plenty of people, plenty of sponsors on this race car that need to be thanked, champ.
Yeah, first and foremost, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, we wouldn't be able to do none of this. I just want to thank you guys for broadcasting. You always do a great job. And I just want to give a shout out to my team, DHR, Drew Hawkins Racing. If y'all haven't, go check us out. We're going to be running some money shows coming up here soon. And I was going to give a thanks to Keltner Contract and Bighorn Taxidermy, Newton Cattle Farm, Envision Customs, Big Al's Guns, and just everybody who supports me.
All right, there we go. Drew Hopkins, ladies and gentlemen, home in second place. And we'll chat to the driver that comes home in third place tonight. It's going to be Keith Hackney. Keith, congratulations, buddy. It's been a while since I've seen you here on the racetrack, but you come away with third place. You got to be happy about that result.
I know, right? How you been doing, Brett? But yeah, it was okay. I mean, I had a good starting spot, and I kind of stepped on it going into turn 1 at the beginning of the race, and I was just kicking myself in the rear end for that, and go back to the rear, and I was involved like within, I don't know, the next 2 or 3 cautions. People spinning out and stuff. I'd hit them. I had to go reset my car and whatnot. So, I mean, I just tried to keep my nose clean from there on out, and I just stuck true to the bottom because obviously I knew the bottom would be where it's at, and as many cars was on that track, the top was going away in a hurry, and I just tucked in behind my teammate Rod and Jamie, and just tried to come up through there the best way we could.
You talk about that lap 1 incident. Obviously, when you get the wall and you've got a whole field behind you, trying to come back through this field, it was always going to be tough, but you managed to do it. You really had to. This was one of those racetracks where every restart was going to be different, especially late in the race, because the line always changes and stuff like that. You've got to be on the ball trying to find those lines to get by the next opponent.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, coming up through there, just being true to the bottom and being patient for one, because with the track being as slick as it is, we all know you got to be throttle easy on it, and you spin the tires, you get freight trained by 2 or 3 cars at this track. So, like I said, keep your nose clean, keep your car straight, and just keep on digging.
All right, buddy. Well, look, you come home 3rd spot here tonight. You'll also pick up some cash for your efforts here tonight. But obviously, you got plenty of sponsors on this race car, plenty of people behind the scenes, buddy. Who gets it done for you?
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to thank my team, Extreme Savage. We just made this team here a few weeks ago, and we're making some big steps and going forward across the board. Let's see, SRI, Lizard Lit, Pit Lights, ML Performance, Renegade, Race Fuels, Speedy Fast Designs, who actually just made this car for me. I got it within 5 minutes of the race. Chris for putting this on. We'll definitely be back, and you for broadcasting this. Is always my pleasure.
All right, there we go. That was Keith Hackney home in 3rd place, and that'll wrap things up here on Ultimate Dirt TV again. Clifford Driscoll, your winner here tonight from the virtual Lanier National Speedway. Drew Hopkins home in 2nd and Drew Hackney in 3rd. There was a tie for the hard charges. Jamie Massey and Kyle Raczynski both up 12 positions. So we'll have to let race control and the admins here at the Slinging Dirt Weekly Esports Series decide who gets that one. But my observation would be that it would go to the driver that finished higher up on the finishing order. But that's just me. That's not how it's generally done. So again, that's none of our business. We'll let the guys behind the scenes focus on that one. And get a big thanks to, of course, Slinging Dirt Weekly Esports. You can check them out on all their social media pages. Join their Discord if you want to know more. Message Chris Damari on Facebook, or you can check out Ultimate Dirt Slingers as well on all their social media pages as well. Until next time, a big thanks to the sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thank you to, of course, World of Thunder Esports League, SRT Australia, Rocket Racing Setups, and Heatwave Designs. You can check them out on all their social media pages, plus the websites. They've got it all. And until next time, well, we go live in roughly about 1 hour's time. It'll be time for the WWILA Night Number 4 Speed Week for Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 winged sprint cars at Liveland. I believe we're looking at close to 60 drivers getting ready to sign their 410s into the pit area. Until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, we thank you so very much for watching, and well, we'll see you back in about 60 minutes' time. Good night, everybody.